Did I just hear a bad word? Alright, what's up, internet? I will proceed to do the live stream from the shop right after I set up the Facebook. So hang out just a sec. I just need to tab out. And then. Alright. No, it's in OBS. Alright. Gonna connect to the Facebook and then I will set up all of the live chat stuff. Alright. Then I gotta connect it to. Making sure Facebook. There we go. And then go live over Facebook. So the shop is closed today. But yeah, so it's a good opportunity for me to come in and then, yeah, just do the live from the shop because we haven't done that yet this month. We usually do it once a month. And I will play the ad, so we'll be okay now with the ad. And while the ad is playing, I will set up the live chat. All right, see you after the ad.
Sawa ka na ba sa unactivated Windows mo? Well, lucky you! Pinakabago mula sa cdkeyoffer.com. Windows 10 and Windows 11 activation codes. Legit, safe, at pinakamura. Madali lang umorder. Hanapin ang Windows version na gusto mo. Piliin ang preferred payment method. Wala pang 5 minutes, nag-CDK ka na para sa Windows mo. Marami na kaming natulungan.
Dati, sudden depressed ako. But now, I found the love of my life.
Dati, aimless and walang purpose ang life ko. But now, I'm a world-class Zumba instructor.
So, web developer ako and content creator for a YouTube channel. And ngayon, ganun pa rin ako pero activated na yung Windows ko.
Kaya kung naghahanap ka ng legit, mura, at original software,
Check out cdkeyoffer.com.
Check out cdkeyoffer.com.
check out cdkeyoffer.com.
Alright, what's up, internet? Please do try the chat now. I noticed that there's some in the YouTube chat. Hang on, I'll just check. Test. Okay, so oh, wait a minute. Came out, but yeah, so I need to bring it down. My bad. Alright, so the next messages should show up like normal. Hang on, since I'm paranoid, I will also test from the Facebook one. Facebook. All right, there we go. All right. But just saying hi to Sup, Rom Dummy. Yes, you were the first. Thanks for your first. Thanks for breaking the proverbial comment cherry. And Diego Magdaye, Sup. Good afternoon. Right. So actually, so I told the guys not to come in. Although the rain doesn't seem to be too bad naman in NCR, pero tuloy-tuloy siya. So I was kinda hesitant about asking them to come in. Plus, kung if the shop's open and we have deliveries and things like that, and we'll have Efren running around, and then medyo nakakatakot to pick up items in the rain. I mean, it's not. We do package like we binabalot talaga namin yung mga like the PCs that we pick up for repair, the PCs that we pick up for cleaning cable management, the new items that we send out, the new PCs that we send out. But of course, you're caught in a downpour. That's not the best place to have, a PC running around in. Sup, Omar? Let me test if the let's right, right. Man, this there. All right. Yes, good. Buti umabot. I think I remember. I'm not quite sure if I remember your PC build. But yeah, good thing that you got your build yesterday. Although, hopefully we should be operational again tomorrow. Actually, we had some orders that payment confirmed already. If normal operations, we would have sent them out yes today. But since we're closed, I had to message the guys like, thanks for your order, payment confirmed. Just bear with us. Once we're operational again, we will send out your orders right away. Yep. So these are the Cooler Master MH670s. Really old, like maybe these are like 2, almost 3 years old now with me. They're an old model also. So you can pick them up for a relatively good price. Plus, they are very good. Like the audio quality for the speaker, the headset is very good, and also the mic quality I find is quite good. And we do actually have one left. Sorry, that's why I stood up. So, to if you are curious, like I do swear by them. These are the MH670s. I use them in a lot of the streams. Actually, these are my default. These are the ones I really own and the ones I use at home. They don't have Bluetooth though. They're since it's an old model. Yung karamihan ng mga headset ngayon na medyo high-end or even mid-range, they have both Bluetooth and RF receiver options. This one only has an RF receiver option. Pero I actually the Bluetooth connection mas unreliable siya. Mas like if you don't mind using the dongle and I don't kasi one of the things I like about this one is that there's a light on the dongle so that you know when it's connected so you don't need to check pa in your OBS settings and things like that. You can visually just check like on the green light on the receiver that the microphone is connected. And my daughter is here with me in the shop. Okay. Yes. So we will move airplane. We will try to get to a playground after I do a live after we do this live from the shop. Oh, it's like your your face. They can just see your face like there in the very corner. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to my daughter's friend Gwen. You can tell her to watch the live stream later, the VOD later. Yun. So we do live from the shop once a month. You do not want to play Dota with me because I am quite bad at it. I mean, I haven't played it in a very long time, and even when I was playing it, I don't think mas natural pa rin for me yung mga FPS, yung mga MOBA. It's kind of hard for my old brain to keep up with the recipes and then the combos and then the patience and things like that. So I wasn't, I'll be the first to admit I wasn't the best Dotes player. I haven't played it in such a long time. You wouldn't want to play with me to be honest. Yes. The wireless one. Well, yeah. If you already have the previous version, the wireless one I really like. I always try to go wireless, like with my mice, with my mouse, with the headset. Trying to do that with my keyboard, but I haven't really looked into the options kung anong available na okay na wireless keyboard. My keyboard is also super old, so it's time to get it replaced. What's up, Robert? Nothing. So we try to do live from the shop once a month. Basically, hang on, my daughter. Yes? Yes, but I don't want to tell like what we're gonna do after. So, nah. All right, let me get through the stream so that we can get to the ball already. Mm-hmm. Yes. So, my daughter also has no school. I actually have no school because I teach at a university. Wednesday is the day that I teach, but it's no class all levels, so it worked out. My daughter goes to a school in Taguig, I teach in QC, and everybody had no class. Yeah, the rain doesn't seem so bad, at least here in Metro Manila. Although, yun nga, tuloy-tuloy siya, and that really leads to flooding, so I told the guys not to come in. On the way here, I live relatively close to the shop. Hindi naman siya issue. Like, I didn't see any flooding. Traffic was pretty light overall. So, but again, yun nga, I always, like when there's a storm, I always worry about the electronics that we ferry, like that we pick up and things like that. And also, yun nga, it's hard for the staff to come in. So I decided to close the shop today. Perfect opportunity to do a live from the shop because I do. It's kind of hard when the shop is in operation because you have a lot of people running around and sometimes customers come in. Not that that's a bad thing. We do want customers to come in. Pero it's a bit difficult to keep the monologue up like if your concentration is distracted by like ang daming activity na nangyayari. So usually I do it during the night or when there is no work. The problem with at night, ang dami construction dito sa labas nung shop. Careful, careful. Don't pull the wire. It might fall. Why? You also don't want to play Tekken with me. I'm terrible at arcade games, so that's also not the best. I guess we could do one, pero short tayo nung team. I guess we could be one team, and then like kalaban natin yun sa internet. But I'm really not good at Dota, so. We do. Please check the. You can go to our website. There's a portion there, secondhand items. I do believe we have still have some available. Wait, let me check. Um, Hang on, ah. I will look it up now. So, we recently migrated the page. Dati kasi nasa Google Sheet siya. Now it's posted on our site. So all of the secondhand items we have. So it's in product. Sorry, I will share my screen. Alright. Oh,
Sawa ka
man.
na ba sa unactivated
Problem
Windows mo?
if you shift pala. It should be lifetime. It should be lifetime. Not computers. I it's not anything IT related. Marketing actually. Oh, Vigilante Gaming. Oh, grabe. Horizon I as you know, Vigilante Gaming, matagal ko lang sinasabi na I want to play Horizon Forbidden West. Although hinihintay ko pa yung Steam sale. Honestly, tinatapos ko pa yung MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. And then, um, because I just finished Jedi Survivor, the second one. So not Fallen Order, Jedi Survivor. I forget the title, or is it just Jedi Survivor? Fallen Order. Anyway, the second one in that trilogy, kasi confirmed na trilogy siya. I just finished the new Jedi Survivor. Not new, it came out last year. And I really wanted like a sword game, like that kind of gameplay mechanic. So I looked at, and I heard a lot of good things about Ghost of Tsushima ata yun, yung PlayStation, and I'm like, oh, I'll get that from Steam. But then hindi pala available yung Ghost of Tsushima. Like Sony didn't make it available to Steam, to Valve, to make it available here in our region or specifically our country. So hindi siya pwede pang PC. Um, so I found a workaround for that, which I will not discuss anymore, but siguro old-time gamers know the workaround that I'm talking about. But I haven't started playing it yet since tinatapos ko pa yung MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. Clans just came out this month, last week actually, a couple of days ago. But I probably can't stream also Ghost of Tsushima if I do play it because nga I technically should not be able to play it on PC here in the Philippines. But again, companies do a lot of dumb things. Like it's literally like take my money. Like I wanted to pay for your game, but you don't want to take my money. So now, dot dot dot. Speaking of review items, this is one that really worked out well. This is one of our the shop PSUs that we use all the time for our test benches to test customers' rigs. This is the Hunt Key MVP. A lot of people ask about the Hunt Key MVP kasi yung Hunt Key, hindi siya ganun kasikat na brand. Plus, they apparently make a lot of different things. So that's really like two red flags right there. Hindi ganun kasikat na PSU brand. Pangalawa, iba-iba yung product sila. It's like that they're not even specialized on PSUs. So, you might think that this is an unreliable PSU, and of course, the old joke is the bomb has been planted, or you run the risk of destroying your equipment, or at the very least, like puputok na lang yung PSU if you get a very janky kind of low quality brand or PSU from an unknown brand. But Hotkey has been so I had a short, so we posted it on TikTok and we did a YouTube short on it. Na basically I said we tried it out, it works well. It's 750 watts, fully modular. So you can see you can see the modularity here in the back. And yeah, I really liked it. I thought it was good value for money. I was pleasantly surprised kasi unknown brand nga siya for a PSU. Then I said at the end of the short that, yung tunay na test talaga ng PSU is yung long-term quality niya. And obviously, I can't tell you that in that short kasi, we had just had it maybe for like a month or so. But we got a lot of people still asking now kung kamusta yung Hunt Key. And yes, it is still very much alive. And talagang binububog namin dito sa shop. And so far, it's holding up really well. What's not holding up well is the cheap monitors. So last October 2023, I hard to believe it's been that like it seems so long ago, but apparently or was it? Bago it was October 2022. I actually checked this recently because I'm gonna make a follow-up video. I got three of the cheapest gaming monitors on Lazada, and basically 1 or 2 years later, and I know that's a big difference. I will check the details before I make the video. Since I bought them, two of them have conked out. So it might sound like you're getting a good deal kasi ang ganda ng specs niya at the time. I think it was 24 inches. Oh, that's the LG. Oh, the Reb ML is still, yeah, the Reb ML is this one. It's actually still working. And that's the Prism Plus, and that's the Asus one. Okay. Yep. So, yeah, at the time it sounded like great value for money. But yun, if longevity, you can't even expect them to last more than a year or even 2 years. You should be able to rely on your monitor lasting for 2 years. So, I do notice na no, okay, somebody, I think that's Domer's workstation off camera. He got stuck with the viewpoint. So one is like technically almost failing na. So that's not great. I'm sorry to go back to the original chat. I'm not really planning to get Horizon Zero Dawn on the PC. Parang natuwa naman ako sa PlayStation version and like I was okay na with that. I don't really feel the need to revisit it. But yun nga, yung Forbidden West, since I really liked Horizon Zero Dawn, I'm still really looking forward to playing Forbidden West when the price gets, drops down to something like I'm like, yes. And of course, and the time. It's always the time. Pop, should the audio I hope there is still the sound came back. To be fair, may isa pang staff na pumasok to sa likod because she didn't see the uh ah, we'll talk about it, record it. We'll talk about it. um yes, I announced to the staff mga 1:40 a.m. kanina. So madaling araw na don't come in to work, but we had one staff that didn't see the message, so she actually came in and she's in the back now actually. I think we did a techwear review. Di ko lang maalala kung like di ko lang maalala. Oh, wait ah. All right, guys. Okay.
Sawa ka na ba
Sorry.
sa unactivated Windows mo? Well,
Sorry. So I realized now why people were saying na walang audio when I shifted over to the hardware sugar site to show you the second-hand items. Di pala naka-set up yung OBS to allow input from this mic. So that's what we were talking about. Sorry, that was my bad. There's always a lot. There's always like these little things a stream na like that always kind of go wrong, and you're like, what's going on? Okay, but I get it now. Thank you. I'll set that up properly for next stream. Sometimes it's convenient for me to show my screen and then para yeah, so you guys like so it's easier to explain things and things like that. But I should yeah, I'll set it up in OBS. I don't know, Maverick Hornet. I personally, so we're talking about crypto. Maverick Hornet always tunes in for he always tunes in for Crypto Watch, and he always tunes in on the live streams and asks me about crypto, like the other themed or topic live streams. So uh this one guy that I follow on Twitter, si Credible Crypto, he also has a YouTube channel. His thesis is that this is not the breakout yet. The OI or like basically the volume of futures is too high and the spot volume is too low. So this isn't like an organic move upwards. So he feels that this is just another part of the ranging. Like we've been here before. We've hit 69K, then babagsak. We've been like stuck in like this kind of 60s range for quite a while now. Credible Crypto, a bit of an unpopular thesis, and he's been getting slack. Go ahead. He's been getting slack for it. Is that this is just part of the range. So this is not the breakout. And this is actually he anticipates there's going to be a slight upward tick and then there's going to be a massive drop. So he's looking at he's looking at Bitcoin to hit around 49K. To be clear, he's very still long-term bullish after the 49K. He believes like one final flush down to around that region. Which one? Anywhere, just drop it on the ground. He thinks one more flush to around 49K and then the bull run, like the true breakout run right after that, which would coincide like maybe yeah after the election. So I mean there are also a lot of other external indicators, other external factors to consider. To be honest, I'm in a lot of shorts now and they are all in profit. So I would like to see that flush down to 49K just so that it's nice to pick up some cheap Bitcoin and some cheap altcoins. Altcoins would be decimated. They would be devastated with even a move to around 58K, 55K in relation to Bitcoin. So it would be really nice to pick up some cheap altcoins if that flush down does happen. So a lot of people are saying that this is it. This is the breakout, but I do Credible Crypto is a TA, so he's technical analysis kind of trader. He goes by the charts. He's not seeing that breakout yet. I tend to side with his views, at least on this one. I agree with the thesis, and I have put my money where my mouth is, and I don't have any longs anymore. I'm all short at the moment. Um, pero sorry, can I just can I just like, I had a really good. You have the wrinkles? What drink? Ah, already? Okay. Your skin will adjust again. Sorry, I just like one last thing about crypto because I. Mm-hmm. One last thing about crypto before we go back to live from the shop. So I had a really nice surprise yesterday. I actually trade with two accounts. Actually, I trade with a lot of accounts, but like a couple of local exchanges here, so PDAX and Coins.ph, and then Kraken. So and then I have two Kraken accounts. One is like yung medyo speculative. One is super conservative. I mean, I still use futures and things like that, which people might not consider conservative. But for me, compared to the other account, the second account is like really conservative. So I checked it. So I don't usually check that a lot because I'm not in a lot of trades there. I checked it yesterday, and then pala tumama pala siya. I set a buy order when for futures, for Bitcoin futures, when it was at 53,000. And then sobrang umakyat na siya. Actually, it hit around 69,000. When I checked it yesterday, it's around 67,000. So I had no idea I was in that position, which is like kind of sloppy of me, I do admit. So yeah, I was able to make some nice money just because pina I just let it marinate basically involuntarily because I didn't know I was in that position. Hindi ko namalayan na tumama pala siya. So it hit that price because I had a buy order set at that price, and then yeah, just basically went up. So I made myself some nice small pocket change from that trade. So I closed the trade since I think na we are going to go down. But yeah, yung pinulot ko doon, yung my best trades are those na hindi ko sila ginagalaw. Like you know when you're actively trading, it's like, oh, should I add, should I close, should I? And daming options eh. Then every little market jitter freaks you out, or at least that's how I'm trading. So I think for that account talaga, my philosophy there is less is more. Like you have these really set buy prices at very low targets, targets that you might not think might hit, and if it hits, great. And then just let them go up. So that was nice. Ay natuwa ako. My daughter? My daughter actually appears on a lot of the streams just because she's usually with me. I don't know. So wala naman siya magawa sa bahay ngayon, so I brought her to the shop. And then even when I'm at home and I stream from my home office setup, she's usually there in the background playing on her tablet because that's usually where she hangs out also. Um, Actually, both my kids kind of appear on on the streams a lot. Yeah, that's good. I would really like I'd upgrade the GPU maybe to a 4060. They're very close in price na lang. The 4060, you do have a less VRAM, but you're getting faster performance, you're getting lower power consumption, you're getting longer longevity. Okay, sorry, that's redundant. It's a it'll have a longer life in your computer just because it will be supported for longer. You're also getting the latest upscaling technology, so you're getting frame gen, which you're not getting in the 30 series. So the 5700X 3D, great gaming CPU. It has the additional 3D. It has the additional cache of the AMD's designs. That's hence the 3D part of the name. So that usually does well for gaming. The 3060 12 gigabytes still very decent for gaming, 1080p gaming. But yun nga, 4060 should be very close, or actually you can find some that are even cheaper than the 3060. Kasi ganun dapat, the 4060 is actually should be cheaper than the 3060. It's just that that's not how our market works. But in larger markets like the US, for example, that should be the case. So the combo that you have in mind is fine, but for me, the if the you can go up a little bit more in the budget, the 4060 is also a good choice. Sup, Jose Mari Carl? Walang pasok except for me. For streaming doesn't really add a lot to the workload of the computer. So like my example always was I was streaming Cyberpunk, I was streaming one of the Wolfensteins, one of the remade Wolfensteins. I mean the modern Wolfensteins. And I had an i5 4690K, which was, really old even at the time. I did have a high-end GPU 3080, but streaming doesn't really add a lot to the workload. Like if you're not doing crazy things, you're just streaming the game and then your face a little bit. Even better pa nga if you don't use yung you know how it is na you use a virtual green screen so you can only see sort of like the face and the torso of the person so that you can see more of the game. But that uses up GPU cycle, so that uses up GPU processing power. So like if you're okay with your stream just showing like the entirety of what your camera is seeing, that's another way to cut down on the load on your computer. So if you wanna stream high-end games, just get a PC that can play those high-end games, and the streaming basically kaya na niya yan. Yeah. Of course, I mean, if you want to be like a professional streamer, then yes, you might want to invest in a setup. You can even go like you have a second PC, like you have two separate computers. Like, that's of course that's pricier and really not necessary for like maybe 95% of the people out there. I know, Kaiser. I'm looking at the. So we actually have the MSI 4070 Super, the colorful 4070 Super, and then two 3D 3050s, and that's it. That's it for our in-stock GPUs. We are getting a 4060, so we already ordered that. To be honest, kasi the cash of the shop is very low. So it's parang we're hand to mouth basis. It's kind of like once a customer buys, we immediately turn the money around right away. So we're kind of like at the moment. But although these kind of lulls do happen, like sometimes we're flush with cash, sometimes we're kind of very tight with it. It's quite tight right now, to be honest. So if you would like to help us out and you need a new part or you need your PC cleaned or things like that, please do consider Hardware Sugar. We would appreciate the business. I Corrosion difficult. We haven't tried that, to be honest. I don't know how successful we would be. Mahirap na yung corrosion eh. My daughter is complaining. In about 20 minutes, baby girl. Usually it's like an hour or so. Don't worry, hang in there. No, it's just early. It's not even. Well, yeah, around 20 minutes or so. So yeah, that might be hard to do, to be honest. We haven't had a lot of experience in treating corrosion. Just message us on our Facebook Messenger and we'll let you know. Or you can also check out Cater. So hang on, I'll try to set up the audio super fast. Wait, hang on. Okay. All right, there we go. So that's set up, and then I will show the Hardware Sugar site. One good way to also check if how busy we are is Cater. So you go to our site, that's hardwaresugar.ph, and then you just click on Cater. So yeah, we currently have a lot of work going on. So we have a bunch of builds, and so just to explain how Cater works, every time somebody comes into the shop, they get a random caller and number assigned to them, whether for anything that you need from us. Whether that's a build, whether that's cleaning, whether that's diagnostics. If you're availing of a service, you get a number and a caller, and then in real time you can check on the status of your concern. So like for example, Red 13 is ready for release. Um, Black 7 waiting for ordered parts. Red 7. So at least you know at a glance if you're a customer, like kamusta na ba yung status update? Kasi even like for me, I we all use even internally we use the cater system to keep track of the everything that's going on in the shop. Plus, when the customer asks for an update, it's easy to refer to cater and then we give them an update. But if you don't want to wait for us to reply to your message or your messaging during off office hours, yeah, cater is a really good way to figure out what's going on and if you can pick it up already or if it's still ongoing or things like that. Um, and there's a queuing and it shows you like how heavy the queue is. But
Sawa ka na ba sa unactivated Windows mo?
I don't know why the ad plays every time. Yes, pick it up. Which one? What's gone? Ah, okay, that's good. That's pretty fast. Because you weren't wearing it for a long time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Pete Kaiser, just you can refer to Cater or you can message us or yeah, just bring it in. Actually, the best is really just to bring it in para ma-schedule na rin namin, mapasok sa queue. Because to be honest, if you wait for our queue to go down, it probably won't. We're usually pretty busy. Still a very good option. We still recommend a lot of AM4 builds because they're really in that sweet spot of around 50,000 to around 60,000. You can get a decent CPU, get a decent GPU, get a nice all-around system for around 50, 60K. And the AM4 platform is in that sweet spot of a price point. It is very stable, it's robust, it has still has upgrade options. I myself, I'm on an AM4 platform. I upgraded from a at school. I will tell you after I stream. Shh. Um, yeah, so I upgraded from a Ryzen 7 3700X to a Ryzen 9 5900X. It's been really helpful for my editing. Things are a lot faster. So, in fact, I'm kicking myself. I should have upgraded a long time ago. But yeah, even for me, I'm still on AM4. It's still excellent, and yeah, such a great platform. Talagang it's a platform that keeps on giving, even in 2024. For me, it really depends if you like RTX. Like if you're more on the RTX for performance, if you value stability, Sage, you might fall down. Careful. Not a good idea. Like if you just want the raw speed, 6700 XT, but if you want more on the RTX features, if you want more stable drivers in general, then I'd go with the 4060. But if the price of the 6700 XT used is a really good price, I mean, price is also a factor. I'd go with the 6700 XT. Yep, okay naman. Ah, sorry. I didn't see. May GPU ka pala. No need to get the 5700G. Get something like the 5600X or something. The G means it has onboard graphics, but you don't need the onboard graphics since you already have a GPU, the 4060. So spend your money for performance or for features that you'll actually use. So you won't use the G in the 5700G, but the X in the 5600X, which basically means it's just a little bit overclocked or it runs a little faster out of the box compared to the regular 5600 without the X. But yeah, you can use that extra speed right out of the box. So I'd get something like the 5700X, 5600X instead of the 5700G since may GPU ka na. Pwede po ba mag-genuine Photoshop kahit hindi genuine yung OS? Yes. Yes. You can if you still have. Or maybe you should have something to eat because you only had a light brunch. As far as I know, yes. Although I have never used Photoshop talaga, whether legit or pirated. But I don't think that will be a problem. Like your OS is unactive. Actually, you don't. When you say na hindi genuine yung OS, there's no reason to pirate Windows anymore kasi libre naman yung Windows. Right now, it's unactivated. So you download a legitimate copy of Windows. You get it from Microsoft. It has all of the features of an activated Windows. It's just that yun sa unactivated, kinukulit ka lang talaga ni Microsoft. May watermark, some basic customization features are not available. But all of the working features work. So there's no need to pirate Windows anymore. Wala nang peke na Windows. Because right, it's basically free, unactivated or activated. And even activating it just gets rid of annoying things. But even the unactivated free version, fully functional na yan. So, yes. So, hindi issue yung OS, hindi issue yung sorry, I was thinking Maybe you have Apple, but like Apple, the OS comes with the hardware. So, yes, AJ. Yes, just hang on, baby girl. I'll just finish the stream. You want water? I don't know if we have paper cups anymore. Okay, hang on a little bit. We'll get water when we get home. Sometimes, to be honest, guys, it's a little hard juggling everything. And then we have there's so I have a daughter 4 years old, and I have a son at 2 years old, and he's about to start school in November. So one more ball in the air that you have to keep juggling and make sure nothing falls. So it does get a bit stressful sometimes. And you got the shop, and you got the teaching, and then you got the YouTube channel. Because yung YouTube channel, separated yun sa shop. So it gets a lot to be a lot sometimes. Yeah, so yung OS, there's no such thing basically as a peking OS anymore. Windows is free. The Apple OS comes bundled in with the hardware, and if you bought an Apple, then you get access to the OS. So yeah, and then running pirated programs on an OS now, yeah, it shouldn't. It's you might need a crack, but that's program dependent. It's not dependent on the OS, which seems to be the thrust of your question. We're about to review one actually. Oh, sup, Anton? Sup? We're about to review one actually, but I don't know how much it is. But there's relatively unknown brand. I hadn't heard about them before. Um, but they have gaming monitors, so fast refresh rate. So I'm waiting to hear back from them, and then those might be a good recommendation for 5,000 to 6,000 budget monitor. But like if you don't need it for gaming, you can for 5,000 to 6,000, and you don't need a gaming monitor. You could get something from LG, ViewSonic. I mean, you can get from reliable brands for that price range na. It's not up to us. It's up to the owners of the secondhand parts. Because all of the secondhand parts we have are from, kumbaga parang consignment. The owners want to sell them. They send them to the shop here, and then we take care of everything else. Talking to potential buyers, processing payment, sending the items out to the buyers, sending payment to the sellers. But yung actual disposition of the items, like how much they want to sell them for, how much, like kung pwede ba swap, kung ano yung warranty terms, all of those are for the individual sellers talaga. Wala kaming say dun. Yeah. RX 7800 XT, po ba sa... Pwede naman. Slightly, you probably want a slightly faster CPU with that GPU. But like if you already have the CPU, the 5600G, then you're thinking of upgrading the 7800 XT. Pwede naman. Like those things will work, no problem. They're compatible. You'll get a nice boost in your gaming for sure compared to the performance of the 5600G. So, pwede naman. Some people would argue bottleneck. Um, but I'm super tired na. Every time, like any stream that I do, people ask about CPU and GPU pairs, and then for me, kasi it's like get the best GPU that your money can buy, and then don't worry too much about bottleneck. But yeah, seriously, there's kind of Aquino bottleneck yan. So yun nga, for me, I don't really mind bottleneck too much. Like I always repeat it on the streams. Basically, just get the best GPU that your money can buy. Don't worry too much about bottleneck. And if you want the technical reasons behind that, I've done ton of videos about them. I also mentioned them in the streams. Just comment down below. No, sorry, baby girl. The building does not have a cafeteria. Okay, we can eat when we get home. Um, yeah. So there, I've I've I have a bunch of content explaining why I don't think bottleneck is that big a deal and why people shouldn't focus on it too much. So if you comment on this video later when it becomes a VOD, I can give you the links to those more in-depth videos. Your current PC is a 5700X with a 4070. I would not upgrade that, especially if it's just for gaming. Um, because those are perfectly decent specs. No, I told them not to come in. Um, because of the rain. Probably not at the moment. We never guarantee like it can be done within the day, just because cleaning actually takes a lot of time. Because we break everything down. We really literally disassemble the computer, blow out all the dust, brush away everything, and then put new thermal paste, and then reassemble it from the ground up. So even if like on the very rare occurrence that we are not doing anything in the shop and it comes in like right when we open at 9:30, um, it is still not something that we can guarantee that we can get it done within the day. Okay, so I have my daughter complaining that she's hungry and that she's thirsty and all of the things. So, but I before we go, I did want to just bring you around a little bit, around the shop. So bear with me on the shaky cam because I don't have a gimbal and I'll just be walking around with the camera. So this is the station where these are ready for pickup already. Um, I forget what that case is there in the court. Actually, all white because all the PCs now are for pickup are all white. So that's a Lian Li. That's a NZXT, I think, the one down there below there. The one here, like I want to say a Fantech case, P300 maybe, but again I'm not too sure. I'd bring you up close, but like it has the like we put kasi the details of the owners. So yeah, I don't want to dox any of our customers. Yeah, nice. Very unusual. Also thermal right AIO. Oh. 240 rad AIO. Oh, this is pretty nice actually. Not is it from us? Oh, it's a techwear case. Sorry, I thought it was Lian Lee. This is a techwear case. And I'm kind of chuckling because techwear is kind of well known for cases that are very well priced, and they just kind of follow the designs of these more expensive brands. And then I'm chuckling because sa unang tingin, they really pass off as a more expensive from the more expensive brand. And I was wrong on this one also. It's not an NZXT case. It is from Dark Flash, another sort of entry level case. So I am 0 for 2. Okay, I said this was Fantex. Um, I'll try it. Is it a Fantex? I don't I don't have enough hands to turn it around. I'll have to ano. But I'm 0 for 2 so far in identifying cases. Tawa ako. Okay, so this is I'm streaming now from my laptop and then I'm just walking around with the ZV-E10 Mark II. I can walk around because I have this really long ass USB cable. Oh, what's up? Oh, emoji wall. Ah, shoot. Wait, guys. I'm gonna. Sorry, I noticed that the integrated chat is not. Yeah, there. Sorry. This is another thing. Yun. Yun. Oh, what's up, Urubus Parquet? Yes, pass na. Which means I can shut it down. It's just I can't quite remember. It's hard to figure out. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 PCs on our diagnostic table here. Um, and then you notice we have 5 PCs, but we only have 4 monitors. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So sometimes the guys need to switch it around. We actually bought a KVM switch which came in just today because the issue nga is na we don't have enough monitors for sometimes for the number of diagnostics that we're doing. So I just want to go back to the USB cable real quick. So I have a ZV-E10 Mark II, which is what I'm carrying now, and then this cable. This cable is super long. So it's hard to tell the sense of scale, but yeah, so this you notice yeah, the cable is connected to the camera and then it's like the laptop is all the way over there. So I can just about make it to the door of the shop and the USB cable still works. And yes, there's my daughter. Yes. It, it's okay. The shop is clean. You can walk without your shoes. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, you can go there. Yeah, there are some cobwebs there. Yeah. Yeah. So I've these super long USB-C cables have proven to be super useful. It's also how I charge my daughter's tablet because it has to be kind of close to the. So usually I plug it into like an adapter like this, which has USB-C, and then she can be quite far from the adapter. So I found these cables from a YouTuber also, Tom Buck, I think his name is. He's not computer content. He's focused on. Oh, my laptop is telling me it needs charge. I came prepared. Let me just plug it in. To be fair to this Asus laptop, it does. It's done a lot more things than I only got it kasi I'm away from home a lot, so I need to be productive. Like if I'm waiting for my daughter at school or things like that, so I had to get a laptop. But it's proven to be a lot more um, useful to me. So I use it a lot for streaming now. This is an OLED touchscreen because if I'm gonna get a laptop, if I'm gonna get anything now, it has to be OLED because OLED. um, Yeah, so these super long USB cables, I found them from Tom Buck. His content is actually more about cameras and things, but very enjoyable host, kind of like very mellow kind of guy. So I enjoy. I don't know a lot about the camera space and audio visual and things like that, microphones. So yeah, I learning a lot from him, and yeah, these things inevitably we're gonna do kind of like Christmas roundup, like my top tech of the year. I'm telling you guys now that this cable will be there in the top tech. So this computer, we're diagnosing it for working with GPU but not with integrated. Okay, so it has ano ba CPU niya? A 5600 GT. Oh, bago. So it works with the GPU but the integrated one is not working. This one it's in for cleaning and cable management. Not booting. Install 3-pack P12. Dark. No, sorry, this is rack. Um, this one has passed the memory test. This is a new one, CH160. Yeah, deep cool CH160. Yes, I finally got one right. Okay. Um, this another upgrade that our boys did in the shop are these magnet things. So these are magnetic, so they can we don't lose any screws and stuff. Plus they pop on to the yeah, see they pop on to the metal parts of the case. So that's good too. We have a bunch of them in the shop. This one parang memory problems. This one diag diagnostics. BSOD, random, no triggers, overheating warning on post. Ha! On post pa lang. It does have a deep cool AIO. One of the LT series, I think. This other one, so these are both Lian Lee. This one has also a nice deep cool AIO. This one mem test ongoing, and this one also mem test ongoing, which it also passed. Usually, when we find some stability in computers, um, like one of the go-to tests we have are mem tests. So we're checking the RAM, and usually, I don't know, RAM always seems to be an issue. I don't know why. You just gotta wait for it. See the bar fills up as it loads. All right. One thing I did want to mention before I leave the stream. Let's see if I can orient the camera. Is this guy. So we're gonna do a fan roundup. So like literally fan roundup, portable fans. And Arctic has a desktop fan, like literally a fan that you put on your desktop. You just need to wait for it, Seiji. I will try to fix it later. And this is going to be part of the roundup. The problem is that now it doesn't work. So I actually brought it to the shop para ma-RMA. So we can send it back for RMA. You notice that it's fully charged and I have already clicked the switch already. And then it works, but there's a rattle. I don't know if you can hear the rattle of the fan. Yeah, so I put the mic close to the fan. I don't know if you can hear the rattle. So it must be physically hitting something. So I don't know if they're gonna say it's a, but I use this a lot, like almost every day, and then suddenly just one day it wouldn't work anymore. So wala pa tong 2 months or something. So I'm kind of curious. Yeah, so it shouldn't sound like this. Yeah, it sounds like it's hitting the grill or something. So it shouldn't sound like that. And then we will try to find out. Sub JM Elizares. Although now it's stable. But if you just move it, then ano, like tumatama siya. But maybe it's a mechanical issue. Like, where is it hitting? And is it my fault? Did I warp it somehow? Like, na-warp ba yung frame? Yeah, so should I send it back pa before RMA? Parang tinatamad na ako eh. But it once it spools up, parang okay na siya eh. So parang it's like the motor. Maybe I will just send it back for RMA. We'll see. All right. So, wow, nice. I got gifted a 4070 Ti Super, but my 3600 was bottlenecking the hell out of it. Not ready to upgrade to AM5 yet, so oh yeah, for sure. Great GPU, great CPU. Yeah, that really works out. Yes, I know, baby girl. All right, I gotta go, dad. I gotta go do dad duties, guys. Yes, we are closed today. If you have ordered from us, be I'm about to sign off. Yes. I'm so tired. Like, to be honest, there's just some days where, like, I don't know, like I feel like I haven't done anything productive. It's just like coasting, like bare minimum like things I need to do to survive and make sure the kids survive, and the shop survives, and the usual like it's the bare minimum. Which is also why I don't have time yet for Horizon Forbidden West, which I would really like to find the time for. Um, but I would also like the time to find the time to finish MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries, which has been on my list for a very long time. Yun. So thanks for joining me on this rainy day. I hope you guys stay safe. I hope that the rains will not continue, and tomorrow will be sunshiny. Let the floods recede. And I hope, yeah, and yes. So if you need stuff, computer stuff, please do consider Hardware Sugar. This is my last stream for the month. Check back with you guys November 1 on the long holiday. I'll probably do another live from the shop, or pwede it yeah, November 2 I think is first Friday, so pwede magtanong. We do have at least two more videos coming out. One on Friday. Sorry, three more. One on Friday, one on Sunday, and maybe one on Wednesday or Tuesday before the long break. But actually, we have a lot of different things in the pipeline, so there is a lot of content coming up. So yun, thanks so much for joining me on this rainy day. Stay safe, and please watch the build video on Friday. Oh, that's a great game, JM Elizares. Thank you for watching, Jose Marie Carl. I know, right? I gotta stop working. Oh, it's nice to see you, Erubus Parque. Oo nga, medyo okay pa sa Makati. I loved Horizon Zero Dawn. Such a good game. Love the story, love the gameplay. Um, loved. Great, great game.